everyone, welcome back to HR Lounge, where we discuss people, process, and possibilities. In fact, even more than all of those that I've mentioned. Thank you for the views. Yeah, so far I can see that they are increasing, interestingly. I would also like for the conversation to continue in the comment section. So do well to comment. Let's hear your thoughts or read your thoughts and then converse, opinions. Definitely, we cannot do without them. And no one has the monopoly of knowledge, right? So with your views, your thoughts in the comment section, we over here will be able to learn a thing or two also from you and adjust in whatever way you will be requesting us to make adjustments. So that being said, yes, thank you for the success of the Triple E series. Today I want us to have like a real life discussion. That doesn't mean the other one is with life, but something that people don't really talk about, right? And it's what bothers us. And when I say bothers us, not just the human resource practitioners, and not just employees, but even including the employers, everyone in the workspace. Today's topic is something that cuts across and bothers everyone, but not everybody is talking about it. So today I want us to have a quick chat and see how we could, make some adjustments and know how we'll bring balance. Yes, so I've given you a clue from our topic here. Just bring balance and synergy and make sure everything that has to do with the workplace is moving smoothly, regardless of the situation or the economy. Before I say the full topic, I would like you to pause, go drag everyone by their wigs and their caps. Let them come and sit close, right? They should also subscribe, watch this topic, comment, please. The more the merrier. Thank you. Okay. With the assumption that you have gone to do what I asked you to do, like you shared this channel, the link with everybody, and we have a full house. So it is time to introduce our topic for today. Yes, our topic today is, drum roll please, the new workplace balance. Yeah, I know we've spoken about work-life balance, individuals, that has to do with you, an individual. Now we're talking about the new workplace balance, and this has to do with three components. The new workplace balance has to do with three components. I have to repeat that again. Take notes. Productivity, well-being, and policy. Productivity, well-being, and policy. You look at these three components, you'll be able to attach at least one to different aspects of those that make up the workplace. So let's say productivity, you can attach that with the employers, right? Because all the employer they want is you, the employee, to be productive, so that at the end of the day, revenue goes up, there's profit for the business. We'll talk of well-being. We're attaching that to employees. Employees are all about their well-being, everything that we have to make sure that they are fine, they're comfortable, they are down for it. And now the third part, policy. Policy now, we're going to attack the human resource managers or practitioners, also the management team, the business as a whole. Policy. These ones are the custodians of the policy. Policies are what the companies rather, they put in place to ensure that everyone is guided. They are the laws, they are the rules guiding the organization. So these are the three components we'll be talking about, because these are the three things that make up the workplace, and three of them need to be balanced in order for the workplace to be termed as healthy, to be termed as safe, to be termed as conducive. With the rising cost of living, stagnant wages, yet stricter workplace policies, my question is, how can employees become productive yet protect their well-being? Also, how can HR and employers balance all of this, strike the right balance? These are some of the things we'll be discussing right now. In Nigeria today, we can see that the cost of living is even costing the living. It's no news. Things have doubled up. Perhaps we can say 100% or averagely 50%. But one thing remains is that the wages is stagnant. Yet some people might have received some increment, but it's not measurable to the cost of living. So we can generally say that cost of living or wages is stagnant. So how can employees now be productive? Because well-being leads to productivity. Once the well-being of the employees is not well enough, productivity drops. And what affects well-being? Stress. Now you see that employees now are taking up other side hustles so that they can meet up with the demands, their daily needs, meet up with all of those expenses that they need and bills they need to pay. This, one way or the other, is affecting their well-being because they'll be burned out and then the stress, even at work, because you're not just doing your regular job, you have a side hustle. Productivity will be affected. And when productivity is affected, automatically it's affecting the organization as a whole. You talk of policies. The policies are becoming stricter right now because it is no news that employees are trying to double up their hustles so that they meet up with the demands at home or personally as individuals. And so you need to put stricter policies so that the culture of the organization remains intact. Why is balance critical, and how can it be achieved? This will be talking about based on the different components or aspects of people who make up the workplace, so that we know what each person can do, how they can contribute in achieving this balance, this workplace balance. For the employers, what you can do in achieving this balance and ensuring that your employees are productive is putting yourself in their shoes. There are so many things the employees are going through that they might not necessarily tell you, or you might not get to know. But it is just emotional intelligence and you being empathetic to lead, putting yourself in their shoes. So, for example, when you know in the news it's everywhere that there's hiking for price and other news, you try to put yourself in your employee's shoes to say, okay, how does this affect my employees? This will mean that there will be longer queues at the bus stop, so they might not necessarily be coming to work as early as it is stated in the policy. So why can't we adopt the hybrid work mode? So you have to put yourself in their shoes, feel their pains, and come up with a fantastic idea that will work for everybody. Even yourself. Do not just concentrate on the output, which is revenue, which is profit. Oh, I'm paying you XYZ to be able to give me this job, and XYZ goal is what we have set for the year. So that is all. I pay you, you give me. That contractual, relationship. At this point, in our lives in this generation now. It is beyond that. Leadership is beyond that. So put yourself, try taking strategic decisions, because like we said in the last video, employees are not about the pay anymore. Yes, the pay is good, but they work with how they also feel, how comfortable they are felt in an organization. When you make sure that they feel safe, they feel heard, they feel like their concerns are your concerns, then trust me, regardless of the pay, they'll be willing to stay, to put in their best. So employers will not just concentrate on the output, also look at the input. The input is what the employees are putting into the organization. So if an employee is stressed out, is burned out, you know that they will not put all of their energy. So focus on what will motivate them, make them energetic and pumped to want to work for you. Concentrate on that. Put up policies that will, facilitate that, and you're going to get the best out of them. Employees, your well-being, yes, I know, is what you're also out for, but also put yourself in the CEO's shoes. When you see that cost of living, it's increasing, you know that not just affecting you, your pocket, and your family, it's generally affecting even the organization. So you should also be patient, be understanding. Regardless, put in your best. Don't be all about the money, the money, the money. Oh, they've not done this, they've not done that. Can't they see what's happening? Also try to look at it from the other side. The organization too is suffering. So what can I do? You can also share ideas with your employer, because nobody has the monopoly of knowledge. Nobody has the monopoly of ideas. This is the time where you have to be creative. If you weigh all of the options and you see things that could work for you and the organization, best bet that you relate these ideas with your superiors, with your employers, so that it becomes a win-win for everybody. This is the time to start putting on your thinking cap, be creative, be innovative. If you know there are things you can do that would help the organization reduce cost, so that you benefit at the back end, at the end of the day, right? Because when you reduce cost, there's more money to share amongst you guys in the organization. I think this is the time to start doing it. Look for how you can help. Put on your thinking cap. Don't just be that regular employee. Be extraordinary, because the difference between ordinary and extraordinary is that extra. So go extra mile. HR professionals, I'm here for you. It's your turn. And employers together. This is the time to start. I'm not saying you should remove the policies, no, because the policies in the organization is, for me, I see it is the unifier. That's what keeps everybody in check. However, there should be room for amendment. It shouldn't be a military zone. Try and amend things. Lead with empathy. Put up policies that are empathetic, that even employees, when they see them, they know that, oh, these are the rules. However, they understand my pain. They feel me. This is that time where empathy is more than naira and kobo or dollars. Trust me. When they feel it, they will be pumped. We will be pumped. Yes, I'm also an employee. We will be pumped and put in our best, because we know that you care. So put up policies that we keep the organization in check, but there should be policies that have empathy, policies that cuts across, policies that are not biased, policies that will make sure that employees are up and doing, but it concerns their well-being, policies that are innovative. Start putting up innovative policies. Like I mentioned, the hybrid work mode is another policy you can put up. When you see that there'll be longer queues, costly, you want to save some money for your employees, you put that 2 times on-site, 1 time hybrid. The cost that they would have spent in coming in for that day, they save it. You can say okay, if you're not doing the hybrid mode, then maybe reduce the work time. For example, I don't know, I'm just here thinking, if you reduce the work time, maybe if you close by, usually it's 9 to 5, then say closing hours now it's maybe 3, because rush hour might start by 5 when people are going. So it's still cheaper because the cost of transportation becomes cheaper. You're also saving them some change. However it is, just be open, speak to your employees, let them pour out their concerns. Then as an organization, the management team, everybody have a sit down, look at them and see what you can come up with in terms of policy that will suit everybody in the organization. Trust me, the organization will thrive. So that's the little I have to share today with regards to our topic, the new workplace balance. I like to say that the workplace needs this balance. The 3 components, which is productivity, well-being, and compliance policy, they are not enemies. They are supposed to work together. They cannot work independent of each other. So if you want your organization and everyone in there, the employees, the employers, and everybody concerned, to give in their best, you need to marry these 3 together: productivity, well-being, and compliance. They need to go hand in hand. Okay. Every organization, every workplace demands this thing. Yes, we demand them. Till I come your way in another video, please let me know what you think about this topic, some of the examples cited. Let me also hear your thoughts in the comment section. How can we bring about this new balance in our organization? And if you're already doing that, what exactly are you doing in your organization? Let's know. Let some people learn. I want to learn as well. Let's have ideas that we could also implement in our organizations. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.